Hello, Ajay. It's nice meeting you today, and thank you very much for accepting my invitation for this short interview of ours. And I would suggest starting with a quick round of introductions so that everybody who's going to watch the video knows exactly who is presenting here. So I will start with my humble self. My name is Marietta, and I'm Global Director from Flex Databases. I'm leading both business development and marketing here at Flex Databases. And that's it. I've been with the company for around 4 years so far, and my previous background comes from several international CROs. So I hope I can guess what we're going to talk about. So be my guest.
Excellent. Well, hi. Nice to speak with you. I'm Ajay Sadhwani. I'm the Senior Vice President of Operations here at Harbor Clinical. I've been in the industry for many, many years, probably too long to count, and I look forward to speaking with you today.
Thank you. And before we start, could you please introduce Harbor Clinical? Because I will be delighted, to present the video to all of our followers so that they know what you guys are doing here within our industry.
Sure. Harbor Clinical is a CRO. We're based out of Boston, Massachusetts. And so we provide functional CRO services, primarily in pharmacovigilance, biometrics, and clinical monitoring. We also provide FSP services. In addition, we do quite a bit of work in quality assurance, where we're providing auditing services and quality assurance consulting as well to our customers.
Yeah, thank you very much for the intro. Okay, so we're going to start our interview and the first question, and let's just start with the idea that Harbor Clinical is successfully using our pharmacovigilance module because Flex Databases has a whole bunch of modules. So one of those is pharmacovigilance. And this interview will be dedicated to our pharmacovigilance module and your experience of using it. So the first question would be, what were the key factors that led Harbor Clinical to even start vendor selection for pharmacovigilance system?
Right. So certainly we recognize the importance of pharmacovigilance in our industry and in patient safety, of course. And so that's a key offering for us as a company. So, we've worked with multiple systems in the past, and when we looked for what we wanted to use in for our customers going forward, we really wanted someone that could provide the full functionality for pharmacovigilance, for sure. Of course, that's a given. But we also wanted someone that would provide cloud-based support. We were looking for a flexible deployment model, and that really was what led us to Flex. So a lot of the systems that we looked at previously required, having a data center or having the software to be installed in a data center, and then, bringing the customers on in a shared licensing model. With the Flex system, what we benefited from was the ability for us to use it on a study-by-study basis, similar to how we use other systems, and we just didn't see too many systems like that. In addition, we also like the Flex system because as our needs grow, we knew we could add additional modules that Flex has so that there'd be some tight integration as we move forward. So certainly we looked first and foremost for the key pharmacovigilance features, which was an easy box check because Flex had all the features that we needed for performing the pharmacovigilance functions. Then we wanted a cloud-based system that we could set up in a study-by-study basis and also a customer-by-customer basis to keep them segregated. And then, of course, we wanted to be, as we expand and grow our business, we wanted to be able to add modules such as what Flex offers.
Yeah, thank you. That's flattering. So I can expect you guys to come up with
Absolutely.
some ideas of expanding. That's great for me to know. Okay, so my next question was why Flex over other companies? But basically you covered that one, and thank you very much for being so detailed. My next question then will be, how long in general have you been using the system? I know the answer, but just for everybody who's going to watch the video.
We've used for a couple of years now, and we really, find it fairly easy to use. It works well for us. It meets our customers' needs. There's really, and the support that we get from the Flex team is fantastic. So when we do have a question or when something does come up, they're readily, as you know, of course, your team is readily available to answer questions for us and provides whatever support we need. So we've been really happy with our relationship with Flex, since its inception.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm flattered and I'm happy to hear that. Then my next question will be, how does using pharmacovigilance module influence the operations of Harbor Clinical in general? Because I can imagine that you guys were in the business, you were doing this services, but did anything change with implementation of our system?
Yeah, I think what it does is it gives us an option to provide, really study-based pharmacovigilance activities. So our business, we have large customers that use the pharmacovigilance module, and we have some customers that use it on a study-by-study basis. In the past, it was difficult to segment a large safety system into smaller customers to provide that multi-tenant solution. And so one of the things, and I didn't mention this earlier, but one of the things we were looking for as we look to move to a new system is just that. How can we provide a multi-tenant system for customers that only have one study or maybe two studies, instead of implementing a system with a large that first of all wouldn't be multi-tenant for these customers to begin with, and then require an infrastructure for each one of them. So customers from the types of customers we work with are looking for flexibility. They may only have one study within their company, or maybe one or two studies, and sometimes they don't want to go with a full service CRO for that solution. So they're looking to separate pharmacovigilance for a variety of reasons, and we want to be able to offer that to our customers, but also have a system that can scale with the customers in the event they decide to do multiple studies or have a large portfolio of studies in the system. And we felt that the Flex system gave us actually both of those capabilities.
Thank you. Okay, since we have been discussing like how you came to the solution and everything, and we covered the idea of like what's the most beneficial part, will be my question, the next one, and the most interesting, I think, for the majority of companies thinking about implementation of the system. How did the implementation go? Was it smooth? Was it fast? Or vice versa? Was it challenging? How did the implementation go? Because usually that's the most frequent question that I get while talking to potential clients and basically all the companies in the industry.
Our experience with the implementation was seamless. I should say it was several years ago, so I don't remember all the details, but I remember there was a team that was set up for us. There was a structured approach that was implemented. Everything was documented. We received access to a sandbox environment and also a validation environment. We went through the validation process with Flex hand in hand. They were there every step of the way. So we wrote all our validation documentation, and then any questions we had, they were right there to help us answer. They provided scripts for us as well that we started using and then customized based on our validation procedures. So the implementation, again, it was clear that we were working with a company that understood the importance of implementation, getting off on the right foot, and validation.
Next question will be all about the expectations for the support. Usually, while choosing the system and even going through implementation phase, companies are struggling with how are they going to be supported, and this is like a big issue in many cases, which I've heard. So how do you experience and how basically you feel about our day-to-day operations? Because after the implementation is done, after the system is up and running, sometimes things happen, let's put it this way. So how is everything going from this perspective?
Yeah, again, from a day-to-day operations perspective, I mean, first and foremost, we don't want to talk to you every day, right? Because that means there's a problem. So, and I don't say that negatively, right? We don't want there to be problems, and so we don't want to have to interact. But again, things happen, issues come up. So first of all, we don't have a lot of support requests from you. We do get questions that come up, and we do get requests for custom reports where we need some support. And when that happens, then certainly we reach out and everything. We reach out, we get our answers. We get our questions answered fairly quickly, and we get the items implemented in a very short period of time. So from an uptime perspective, from a day-to-day perspective, we haven't had any significant issues with the system at all. It just worked as advertised. The implementation process we went through, we were trained properly. So it worked. The system has worked very well for us. And again, the times we have had to contact support primarily were due to custom reports or some customizations we want in our workflow. And in those situations, everything worked out very well, and everything was addressed in a timely manner.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, and the last question, apart from how much did Flex Database pay you for all those questions and answers, will be how does Harvard Clinical see this partnership contributing to your long-term goals in clinical, let's say, research and patient safety? Because at the end of the day, we're all very patient-centric. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think, again, for us, partnering with a software company, technology company is critical, because the first question we get asked when we talk about pharmacovigilance is, well, what system do you use? What's your database? And the kinds of questions you're asking me, the reason I have these answers available is because I get asked these questions by customers. So they're the same questions, right? So it's and I answer them in the same enthusiastic manner I'm answering them today, right? Because the system works for us. The partnership is working for us. So we're getting what we need from the relationship, and I hope Flex is as well. But really, we can't provide the full service of pharmacovigilance in an efficient manner without technology. We can't submit our cases. We can't, store our information in the manner it needs to be stored. We can't do our exports as needed without a robust system. So first, so Flex certainly fills that bill for us. So again, we view it as a partnership. We have a key service to deliver to protect patient safety. We can't do it alone. And for all the reasons I've mentioned today, we feel that you're a great partner for us to move our business forward in helping treat patients and moving drug development forward in general.
Thank you very much, Ajay. That was such a flattering interview. I didn't even expect that to be so good. Thank you very much. So I also hope that our partnership is going to be successful long term. Again, I was happy to hear all of these feedback from you.